So in here I'm showing you that I am going to be painting the face with Folk Art paints. I never done it, so I'm trying it out just because buying these paintings are like $1.50, maybe $2, but they're not as expensive as other types of paintings, so I'm going to try and do that with using a floating medium, also by Folk Art. This just makes the painting float better, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. These are the brushes that I'm gonna be using in here. Just you need one very fine one. I'm using one flat, and the other ones are all different sizes of round brushes that don't have any size on it, so sorry. And that's what we're gonna be doing. I have a spray bottle with water, a bucket of water, of course, and I'm going to use these to put the paintings on. They come very handy. I never throw them away. Okay, so I wanted to let you know the colors that I have bought, and they are Wicker White, Baby Pink, Vintage White, Burnt Umber. Couldn't find Yellow Ochre, but this one is Turner's Yellow, which I'm thinking is pretty close. Then I have Cinnamon in here, and of course Black. And this is Floating Medium, also by Folk Art. I put in a separate cup plate the floating medium because that's what I'm gonna do to mix up the colors to kind of make it more floaty and more transparent. That's what I'm gonna be doing. Okay, so here we are. We're gonna I'm going to show you how to I paint the face. This is a sketch that I have used, one of my sketches, and I had just apply it to the cover of the book with matte medium. So I had let it dry overnight. It's been there for a while, and now I'm just going to get my brush wet. I'm going to apply the first color, which is in substitution of Titan Buff. I'm using Folk Art Vintage White, and I'm going to start applying these in the face, all over the face. You can already see that it's going to be a little opaque. I'm using white, and I'm applying the floating medium to it to make it more transparent, because even though yeah, this is gonna work. Okay, so get your brushes wet, use the vintage white that I just talked about, and mix it together with the floating medium, and I'm just going to apply a layer of these all over the face. Vintage, floating medium, and apply it. It becomes very transparent, and that's what we're looking for. All over the face. This is gonna be a trial and error for me too. I never use these paints for painting the faces, but it's good. I mean, it's paint. Every time I apply, I am using the floating medium, make the painting less thick. You know, Folk Art is really thick paint, and use your fingers to spread the paint. Definitely. That's what I do all the time. I love it. Okay, and here it has dry a little, so I don't want that. And as you can see, when you're doing this, if you're using one of my sketches, a sample like this one, the shadows that I created with the pencil are still there, because please don't forget to use spray fixative for the face, for the sketch, I'm sorry, because you don't want the ink to run in this stage. Okay, so next I'm gonna use the Turner Yellow, which is in substitution for yellow ochre. I'm mixing it up with the floating medium because I don't want this to be super thick in the face. So I have very little paint, and I'm going to apply it, and I'm going to move this quickly with my fingers under the eyes, around the face, and move it with your fingers. If you need to get your fingers a little wet with the floating medium so it doesn't dry fast, because we don't want that. We want this paint to move around the face. So you can tell I'm using it on top of the eyes, around the face, underneath the eyes, by the nostrils, underneath the nostrils, and on this side. Okay, totally around the face, underneath the lip, and move it around with your fingers. This is working for me. It's gonna work for you. And practice, practice, practice. That's what it's all about. Then I'm gonna load the brush with more paint to go in the other side. It's really working. Like, this floating medium makes the paint, even though it's a chippy paint, more transparent. It's awesome. Good deal. Around the face, on the side of the face. Move it with your fingers, underneath the eye, eyebrows, not the eyebrows, sorry. Right there. Just follow where the shadows of the sketch is, if you're using my sketch, of course. If not, I mean, I'm sure you probably guys know how to draw already, but so that's awesome. I like it. Nostrils, right on top of the nose, like with that little ball that we have in there is shadow, shadow, shadow. Awesome. And spread it with your fingers so you can see. That was nice. I like that. Okay, now I'm going to experiment with the next color, and that is cinnamon. I want this girl to be a little dark like me, so I'm just experimenting in here. See how this goes. That cinnamon color. Also gonna create a wash with the floating medium to make it very transparent as much as I can. I don't have too much paint in there, and then I'm gonna do the same thing on top of it. In the eyes, spread it with your fingers. Oh, totally good. Around the face. This is just layers, 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 layers. I'm making this side of the face darker, so you can tell. Like there, that's where the shadows are. Around the face. I'm liking this. Nice. Underneath the lip, on the sides of the lip. Not too much on this side because that's not where I'm creating the shadows. So underneath the, right there underneath the nose, right here underneath the mouth, more paint. I'm liking this. Awesome. Oh, this is the perfect Friday night. My husband went out with his friends, and I'm home. Nico's sleeping, my beautiful son, and I'm just filming these videos for you guys. So cool. I'm really liking this. Yay.